Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. In the first part of today's journey, we are at a place that is popularly known as KlLED in Lucy in the parish of Hanover. If you did not know, I grew up in this area, and from I was a child, it has always been like this. Whenever it rains heavily for a few days, this is normally the end result. Well, yesterday, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness, he witnessed it firsthand. Look and listen.
Yes, man. The Prime Minister come through and see it. This seems to come through in. Not saying no disrespect, but there's a lot of work to be done in the parish of Hanover. Look at this. And it's not even an hour what a rainfall. Look at this. Look at this. Tell us to stay on the lower side,
I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it. What's it called?
Alright, that is it. That's it. Prime Minister coming through. I never know if there's such a flood when they reach him. Yes, that is it.
Boy, may I tell you, years upon years this a go on. Now, in the news today, we are learning that early this morning, Saturday, August 12th, about a few minutes after 6 o'clock, a team of police officers from the Westmoreland Division, acting on intelligence, they carried out a raid at a section of Barracks Road in Savannah Lamar, popularly known as Gully Banks. We are told that an open lot was searched and bingo. One black plastic bag was found under some shrubs, and in that bag, the police, they found that AR-15 rifle on your screen. No one was arrested in connection with this find, and investigations are continuing. Intelligencers, big up on yourself. And Westmoreland Police, job well done. In this next incident, this one has jealousy written all over it. We are learning that a female police officer, she's said to be in her mid-30s, and she's living in the Waterford area. This police lady, she was involved in a relationship with a man, and that relationship produced a child. It is said that things got sour between the two, and the female police officer, she decided to call it quits and moved on with her life. Time passed, and the female police officer, she got involved in another relationship. We are told that the baby daddy, he decided that for him meet that and him nah let it go. Wednesday night, the female police officer, she was at her new man's house at Christian Penn in the Gregory Park area of Portmore. We are told that her baby father, he went there and he was banging on the door, demanding that his baby mother, the police officer, come out to talk to him. She decided that she nah go outside. Shortly after that, pure gunshots were fired outside. Sometime after, the new man and the female police officer, they went outside and they made checks. It was discovered that a grey 2015 the motor car that is owned by the new man. It was damaged by bullets to the front section. As a result, a report was made to the police who commenced investigations. Question. Question. You want to make a guess as to who or what kind of work the baby daddy does? Stand by. Stand by. More to come. Now, this next incident, it took place early this morning. Saturday, August 12, about some minutes after 12 midnight. It took place at Garden District in the White House Police area in the parish of Westmoreland. We are learning that a man, he's in his late 30s and he's living in the same Garden District area. He was walking along the roadway heading to his home when several gunshots were heard being fired. The man, he then realized that he was shot in the lower section of his right leg. He ran off and hid in a yard. We are told that some residents, they rushed with this man to a nearby hospital where he was treated and admitted. The mayhem. In this next story, the Portmore police, they have arrested and charged 2 alleged gangsters for some serious crimes. In the first case, that guy on your screen, his name is Phillip Scott, but he's popularly known as Trooper. Trooper is 25 years old and he's living at Iris Close in the Watson Grove area of Portmore. Trooper, he has been charged jointly with Tyrese Chad. Tyrese is 20 years old and he's living in the same Iris Close area. They were slapped with 7 charges to include murder, conspiracy to murder, being a part of a criminal organization, facilitating serious offenses by a criminal organization, knowingly aiding and abetting the carrying out of a serious offense by a criminal organization, plus firearm charges. The allegations are that on Tuesday, October 4, last year, a little bit after 12 midnight, a guy, his name is Christopher Rapley, but he was popularly known as Perry or Farmer Brown. He was 28 years old at the time and he lived at Milky Way in the Watson Grove area of Gregory Park. Perry, he was amongst a group of persons at a birthday party when he was approached by a group of hoodlums who are all members of a gang in that area. The allegations are that the hoodlums, to include Tyrese and Trooper, they opened gunfire hitting Perry all over his body. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape on foot in the area. Perry, he died on the spot. In the second case, Tyrese, he has been slapped with 2 additional charges. The allegations are that on Monday night, March 6, earlier this year, about 9 o'clock, a group of guys, to include Lancelot Evan Grant, also known as Lance. He was 34 years old at the time and he lived in the Orion Close area of Watson Grove. They were standing along the roadway along Taros Drive and Orion Close when a white Nissan AD wagon motorcar drove up and stopped. The allegations are that 2 hoodlums, to include Tyrese, jumped out of the car with guns in hands. The hoodlums, they opened gunfire, killing Lance and injuring another guy who was standing there. Now, that guy, he's popularly known as Zetty. On Monday of this week, the St. Catherine South Police, they released a list of persons of interest. Tyrese and Trooper, they were on that list. We are told that both Tyrese and Trooper, they went in to the police on Tuesday in the company of their lawyers. They have since been charged and they'll be going to the courts shortly. In this next story, now, in yesterday's video, I told you about the killing of a man. His name is Nicholas Pinnock, but he was popularly known as Nick. Nick, he was shot and killed on Thursday afternoon while he was riding a bike along the Saxham Main Road in the Green Island Police area in the parish of Hanover. I also told you that the guy who was traveling on the back of the bike with Nick, he was also shot and seriously wounded. He had received gunshot wounds to his right elbow and the right side of his abdomen. I had only given you that guy's first name. Well, there is a 2016 photograph of him on your screen. His name is Demar Davis. On the 22nd of this month, Demar, he will be celebrating his 35th birthday. It is said that Demar, he was a tour guide and he lived at Friendship in the parish of Hanover. Demar, he was admitted in hospital for treatment, but sad to say, Demar, he died whilst he was being treated. Well, for a while now, I've been carrying stories about what has been happening in the Pell River, Friendship, Caldwell, Springmount and surrounding areas in the Green Island police area of Hanover. You remember that WhatsApp message that I read on July 27? A part of the message says, I have seen you posted a photo of a man by the name of Babam who was shot and killed last night in the Pell River, Green Island region. The allegations in the street is that this killing of Babam is also linked to the recent killing of Gundog and Nokia, and it is said that Babam is the man that had been doing all the communications and running for Ponko, who is the hoodlum's target. It is said that Babam is the man who will take whatever Ponko might need to him. The allegations also is that Babam was also riding Ponko bike up to the time of his passing. Ponko is the hoodlum that is wanted by the police, who they say started all this mayhem in the community when he got Babble and Lodi killed. The funny part of all these mayhem, Sir Papai, is that all these guys were good friends that grew up together in the community. Blessed love, Papai. If you look on your screen, that is Babam on your screen. His current name is Dane Lawrence. Babam, he was 34 years old when he was shot and killed by hoodlums on the night of Wednesday, July 26, almost 8 o'clock. He was killed at Pell River. Babam, he lived at Springmount District in the same area where Nicholas Pinnock, also known as Nick, lived. After I dropped the video last night with the killing of Nick, another PNL detective sent me that message. It says, "Good evening, Papai. Just saw the news with Nick. It's also related to all the killings in Pell River Friendship. He is the cousin of Oret Babam. Just telling you, it's not over." So, based on what this person is saying, Babam and Nick are cousins, and both of them were shot and killed. The person is also predicting that it's not over. Now, whenever I say certain things, there are some persons who get upset telling me that I should speak things into being. I can't help it, but I keep it real. I keep it real. Of course, yeah man, of course, I would love for the mayhem to stop. But my question to you is, do you think it'll go stop for now? And by the way, I'm doing some serious digging. I'm gonna be dropping an exclusive video as to what is happening in the Macquarie district area of Hopewell in the parish of Hanover. I'm gonna tell you how it all started and where it is now. A lot of persons, even myself, have been saying that scamming is the genesis of this mayhem. No, it's not scamming. Stand by. I'm hoping to drop that video either tomorrow evening or Monday. Trust me when I tell you, this story is one for the movies. Stand by for it. The mayhem. Now, in this next incident, this one took place yesterday afternoon. Friday, August 11, about 4 o'clock. It took place at Georges Valley in Flagstaff in the Maroon Town area of St. James. We are learning that a man, his correct name is Hector Woolery. He was born on March 22, 1957. Hector, he was a plumber and he lived in the same Georges Valley area. We are learning that 66-year-old Hector and a guy popularly known as Pope Paul. Pope Paul is said to be in his early 30s and he's a vendor. Both of them, they got into an argument which led to both of them grappling up and start to fight. We are told that 66-year-old Hector, he was getting the better of Pope Paul, who is less than half his age, when Pope Paul pulled a ratchet knife and make one joke straight into Hector's heart. Hector, he fell to the ground and Pope Paul, he ran away, leaving the ratchet knife on the scene. And that was it for Hector. He apparently died on the spot. Now, we are getting unconfirmed reports that Pope Paul, whose correct name is Jason Jarrett, he's in police custody. I'm still doing some checks and I will be updating this story as the need arise. But just like that, a hard-working man lost his life and another hard-working man is likely facing a murder charge. You see? Sometimes, may I tell you, if we just take time out and count to 10 sometimes, it will make a lot of difference. Boy, may I tell you, the mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button, as also hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you'll be one of the first to be notified. In the final story for today, this one took place in the Palmsville Avenue area of Spot Valley in the parish of St. James. We are told that at minutes after 12 midnight, early yesterday morning, Friday, August 11, residents, they heard gunshots being fired in the area. We are not sure whether or not the police were informed, but it seemed as if no checks were made. Well, yesterday morning, minutes to 12 midday, residents, they saw the lifeless body of a taxi driver, popularly known as Rice and Peas. Rice and Peas, he was seen lying face down in a pool of blood in his yard. The white Toyota Voxy that Rice and Peas used to operate as a taxi, it was seen parked in his yard with the driver's door open. The police, they were informed, and when they made checks, it was observed that Rice and Peas, he had a single gunshot wound to his head. He appeared to have died from earlier in the morning when he was shot. We are told that the inside of the Toyota Voxy, it was ransacked, meaning somebody did a search for something. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 1.40 spent shell was recovered from the scene. Now, as soon as I get Rice and Peas' correct name, I will certainly be updating this story. In the meantime, the mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Papa Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaica sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them block out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, the